What's going on, GNOB Faction? My name is Josh Williamson. So, if you've watched the Disney movie The Princess and the Frog, that's one of my favorite Disney movies, you'll know what this little dessert is. For this little video recipe, I'm going to show you how to make beignets. They're very easy to make and they taste amazing, so let's get started. So to start off, in this bowl, I have 3/4 of a cup of water. To that, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of milk. And what I'm going to do is put this in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time and repeat that process until I insert a thermometer in there and the liquid reaches 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't remember how much it is in Celsius, I'm sorry. Alright, so the liquid is now a temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit. What I'm going to do now is add 2 1/4 teaspoons, which is this little packet of active dry yeast. Mix in it a little bit, and then what you want to do after that is you want to let it sit for about 5 to 8 minutes just to give the yeast a chance to activate. Oh, and I forgot, you also want to add 1/4 cup of sugar to that, because that'll help the yeast, feed off of it and it'll activate a lot better, and mix that in with the 2. Forgot to do that earlier. You should actually do that first. My bad. Then in another bowl, get 3 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, then add 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt to that, and then just whisk it in. Alright, so after about 5 minutes, the yeast mixture has become nice and bubbly. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get our stand mixer bowl. We're going to be using our stand mixer in a minute. We're going to pour that yeast mixture in there. Then we're going to add another 1/4 cup of white sugar. Yes, we're using 1/2 cup of sugar total. We're just dividing it in different stages. Crack in 1 egg. And add a teaspoon or 2 of vanilla extract. And whisk everything together. Then pour in 1/2 of that flour mixture that you made. And then whisk it in until it turns into a thick paste. After the mixture looks like a thick pancake batter, sorry about that, just add the rest of the flour. Then go over to the stand mixer and put on the dough hook attachment and then mix it in until it forms a dough. Then finally get 3 tablespoons of softened butter, cut it into small cubes so it's easier to mix in, and then mix it in. Then get some sort of wide surface like your countertop, put some flour on it, and take that dough that you made and put it all on there. And then just knead it on the floured surface until it's not as sticky anymore. It's smooth and it's pliable. But you don't want it too dry though. And if it gets too sticky like it's doing right now, just add some more flour and then continue. After a while of kneading, it's now smooth and pliable. It's not very sticky anymore. Then get any sort of bowl. I'm using the same stand mixer bowl that I used to mix it with. Spray some cooking spray in it. Put the dough in. Make sure it's also top a little bit of cooking spray just to keep the dough moist. And then get a towel, a kitchen towel, cover it, and then let it sit and rise for 2 hours. You could also keep it in the fridge for up to 2 days. As you can see, the dough is now doubled in size. What we're going to do now is put some more flour on top of our surface, spread it around a little bit, and then put that dough on there. Then sprinkle a little bit more flour on top, rub it around. We're not going to use a huge bunch of flour this time, and we're going to roll the dough out until it's 1/2 inch thick. Make sure you don't roll it out too thin. If you do, the beignets won't puff up while they're frying. Then we're going to cut them into 2-inch squares. Now, not all of them are going to be squares, okay? And don't worry about that. Beignets are supposed to look rustic when they're homemade. And here's all of our shapes. Now it's time to fry them. Now what you want to do, get a deep fryer or a deep pot filled with oil. I'm using canola oil in this case. And you want to preheat the oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. After the oil is preheated, get 2 of the dough pieces and 2 only and drop them into the oil. And you want to let them fry for about 3 or 4 minutes on each side until both sides are golden brown. Whew, that is a beautiful color. A way to tell if the beignets are done on the inside is if you flick it and it sounds hollow. So after the beignets are done frying, I got them on a wire rack with paper towels on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dust the top of them with a lot of powdered sugar. Now I like to do the same thing on the other side as well. Then what you want to do is repeat the entire process with the rest of the dough you have, and I'll come back and I'll show these off for presentation and give them a taste. Alright, our beignets are done. Like I said, they were really simple and really easy to make, and they taste amazing. Yeah, they're time consuming, but in the end, it's all well worth it because These are one of the best fried pastries you will ever have in your life, I guarantee it. But if you try these out, leave in the comment section down below and tell me what you thought, whether you liked it or you hated it. And if you liked this video, thumb it up, hate this video, thumb it down, and be sure to subscribe to become a member of the JW faction on a journey to 10,000 subscribers. See you later.